Yes, very much so. If a student is to learn, they need to be free of stress. They need to feel support from their family. If they go to school and things have been good, there's a positive atmosphere, they know that their parents want them to do the best that they can, and they know that if they need help, the parents will be there. That student has a much better ability to do well in school than the student who comes from a very stressed home, a student who comes from a parent who has no support or very little support. So parents are very, very important in their children's schooling. But each student is an individual. And I knew this before, but it really brought it home to me when I could see how some teachers were bringing it out more than other teachers. You need to make sure that you understand that even though you're teaching for 4 or 5 hours, there's time after school that the kids need to come in to be able to talk with you. And that's not on our contract, but we need to do that. Sometimes they need to make up tests. Sometimes they just want to come in and just talk about their lives. Some of them will come in and they'll cry and they'll just want a hug. You need to be there for them, and that's the challenge. Now I have joy because I'll be walking in Target or I'll be at the hospital volunteering, and somebody will come up and say, "Didn't I have you as a teacher?" "Oh, yes, I remember. And I've used what you said to me, and I always remember your smile, and I always remember your helpful attitude." And that just brings me joy. Absolutely. A student must be feeling comfortable in the classroom, and they need to have humor, they need to have encouragement, they have to have different ways of teaching. It's so very, very important so that they can feel good when they come into the classroom. It's not good to just lecture. They need and they want to be motivated to think and explore and discuss without threat, and to leave the classroom with a wonderful feeling. First, there's a money problem, and that helps determine class size. And class size is one of the most important elements in being able to teach each individual student. Money also is needed to paint the schools, to make sure that the concretes don't have cracks in them. All of that makes the students feel comfortable or uncomfortable when they're in the high school where I taught, in the high school element. Curriculum needs to be set that is more relevant to the students nowadays. So we can't keep teaching the same thing that they did for years and years and years ago. It needs to be relevant to the student. The best thing about being a teacher is knowing that you've tried to help them move forward in their life. I think the worst thing about being a teacher is that you have to realize that you cannot reach every child. You would like to, but you can't reach every child, and that bothers me.
Interviewing my grandma was a great learning experience. Even though she's quite a bit older than I am, she had many great things to say that related to students at my school and how they should be treated in the classroom. Schools and teachers of this era are faced with many different problems from teachers back then, including overcrowded classrooms, less money, and lack of teachers. Even though teachers are faced with these problems, the best teachers are the ones that make the best out of these situations and bring joy and playful learning to the classroom. As time goes on, the schools change, but one thing that doesn't change is how the teachers want to see their students succeed and thrive in their future. I have been very blessed to have teachers that not only bring this playful learning to the classroom, but also dig out my personal qualities. This has not only made me the person I am today, but has also made the school a different place.